Lowe's Motor Speedway in Charlotte is the place to be seen. All the heavy hitters in the speed sport are here. The young hotshoes from the ARCA Racing series are in competition tonight, hoping to get noticed because a good run in Charlotte can mean quick jumps up the career ladder. Just ask this driver, Ryan Newman. He won this race a year ago. Now he's on the other side of the fence with a Winston Cup ride for Roger Penske's team, no less. While all this attention can be great for those who perform, now the opposite can be true for those who fail here at Charlotte.
We had Ken Schrader come talk to us in a driver's meeting, and I think he said something that I'm really going to try to pay attention to. He said all the big-time owners down there, they don't pay attention so much to the hero moves. They pay attention to make sure the ones that don't do something stupid.
Jerry Nadeau had a good run here in the ARCA deal, ended up getting a cup shot, and then before you know it, he's a Winston Cup driver. I mean, it happens. It's a great place to be noticed.
Probably the most important thing is to finish the race. That, I think, would impress him more than anything.
Well, it's time to see how the stars of tomorrow will shine tonight under the lights at Lowe's Motor Speedway. The ARCA Racing series is next on Speed Vision. And welcome to Lowe's Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina for the 23rd round of the 2001 ARCA Racing series here on Speed Vision. Tonight, the Easy Care Service Contracts 100. Hello again, everyone. I'm Rick Benjamin. Bill Venturini is alongside. Don Radebaugh downstairs, ready to bring us some of the stories along pit road here tonight. One of the most interesting stories involves the fast qualifier. Tim Steele won't be able to line up on the inside of the front row tonight. He had motor problems after qualifying, and that's forced to change. Let's get an update. Here's Don.
The Man of Steel broke the motor in final happy hour. They changed engines, and now Tim Steele will have to tag the tail end, pedal hard here tonight at Charlotte. That will open up the door for hometown favorite, Mooresville, North Carolina driver, third-generation driver, Kerry Earnhardt. Any extra pressure tonight? A lot of Winston Cup team owners looking on tonight, a lot of fans, a lot of this, a lot of that. Any added pressure at all?
No, I feel like the only pressure is the pressure I put on myself. You know, we've been handling that pretty well throughout this racing career and everything, and I want to thank Tim Steele for handing pole position over to me. That's awesome, you know. Now I can't wait till he gets back up through the field there and race with me. I was looking forward to racing with him all night tonight, but unfortunately things happened like they did, and he'll be up here in the front shortly, and we'll be racing our hearts out. And you know.
What about the race? This is a very short race, 67 laps. It's been won without a pit stop. Do you have a pit strategy tonight? Do you know that you'll be coming down at least once?
I don't know that. I got guys in the pit crew there. It's called Dave Charpentier, the engineer and everything. They make them decisions, and they'll let me know when I'm on the track and what lap we want to do this. And hey, Michael, how you doing, buddy?
Checking you out.
Yeah, all right.
Hey.
And we're excited, ready to go racing.
All right. We're ready to go racing as well. The last time Kerry Earnhardt climbed in an ARCA car, he went to victory lane at Michigan Speedway. And how about that? Picks up a brand new sponsor, Diamond Cut. That will be the primary sponsor when Kerry Earnhardt goes to the ARCA race, the season finale at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Things are looking up for Kerry Earnhardt.
So Kerry Earnhardt will start close to the front tonight. That is a Dale Earnhardt Incorporated Chevrolet with Kannapolis Intimidators, the baseball team in which DEI is heavily involved, on the rear flags. About ready to fire them up at Lowe's Motor Speedway. We'll be back for the start. Our coverage of the ARCA Racing series is being brought to you by Remax. In the race to sell homes, our track record is second to none. Remax, outstanding agents, outstanding results. And by Cornwell Quality Tools. Professional mechanics worldwide choose Cornwell, the official tools of ARCA.
Do you have the cell phone blues?
Hello, hello.
Drop calls, missed calls, static, bad reception, no reception? Well, no more. Introducing the amazing Antenna Booster. This revolutionary miniaturized circuitry attaches underneath your battery. It's as if you've added 5 feet to the length of your antenna, and it gives you crystal clear reception anywhere. In parks, in still buildings, in elevators. Look, we drove into this tunnel. No reception. But after adding the Antenna Booster, crystal clear distortion-free reception. The Antenna Booster works on any phone, and it's yours for just $19.95. But wait, if you call now, you'll also receive this incredible hands-free unit. State after state is making driving and talking on the phone illegal unless you have a hands-free system. Look, these units are expensive, and you have to be an expert to install them. But not with your new hands-free system. It's easy. You just apply the phone holder to the dash, lock your phone into place, the arm attaches to fit any phone. Plug the external speaker into your cigarette lighter and attach the mic. Now you're ready to go. You can even adjust the volume of the speaker from high to low. Your car is set for safe and legal hands-free operation. Don't get hit with expensive fines or even jail. You can receive both the hands-free unit and the antenna booster for just $19.95. Why so low? Because the manufacturers want your help before they take the product to retail. Just answer 4 easy market research questions, and as our thanks to you, both products can be yours for the low price of just $19.95. Look at all you're getting. The amazing antenna booster, the hands-free cell phone holder, the external speaker, and the microphone adapter. It's over a $60 value, and it's yours for just $19.95. So don't delay, call now.
To order, call 1-800-352-7171. That's 1-800-352-7171. Or send a check or money order to the address listed. So call 1-800-352-7171.
Lowe's Motor Speedway at Concord, North Carolina, just north and a little bit east of Charlotte. Field is on the racetrack. Ready to start the Easy Care 100. Here's your grid. On the pole, Tim Steele, the fast qualifier. He'll have to drop to the rear. Chase Montgomery alongside. Kerry Earnhardt lines up in the second row alongside Blaze Alexander.
Row 3, our current champion, Frank Kimmel. Next to him, Jason Jarrett. Row 4, Jason View driving a Ford, and Jeff Falk in a Chevrolet.
And the fifth row tonight, Billy Venturini's Chevrolet, the 25 car on the Ford of Pennsylvania's Andy Belmont. Row 6 on the inside, Rick Corelli, the high place drifter, scheduled to go, and Richard Mitchell out of West Virginia in the 54.
Inside row 7, Robbie Benton driving the number 7 Ford. Next to him, Mark Gibson, glad to see him back in the number 59 Chevrolet.
The 8th row, Scott Kuhn in the 43, one of the Petty Enterprises Pontiacs, and Johnny Sauter in the 19, the Target Sauce car, the ASA champion.
Inside row 9, number 3, Tim Edwards in the Chevrolet, and number 38, Rick Finnis next to him. Inside row 10, Carl McCormick driving a Ford, and Kevin Gardner in a Chevrolet.
The 11th row, Mike Buckley in the 28 car, and the 64 of Shelby Howard, the youngster. J.R. Robbs in the 12th row, the 45, and Jason Hedleski in one of the Judy Donlevy Fords.
Inside row 13, Bob Aiello in the number 62 Ford. Next to him, out of Texas, Chuck Weber in the number 24 Chevrolet. Drive number 36, and next to him, Eric Smith.
And the 15th row, Donnie Morlock's Ford, the 48 car, Darrell Basham in the 34. That is a Chevrolet. And row 16 tonight, Norm Benning from Pittsburgh in his 84 car. That's a Chevy. Greg Sarf's Ford. That's car number 4.
Inside row 17, number 5, Robbie Coward driving a Chevrolet. And next to him, Todd Bowser in number 21 Ford.
Ron Cox out of Tennessee in the 23 car lines up in the 18th row, and Kevin Belmont in the 51. And then Brad Smith in the Chevrolet, the number 26, to tag the field. Now remember, Tim Steele has to drop all the way to the back to start this race. We'll take rides tonight with the youngster, Shelby Howard, the 16-year-old from Indiana. He lines up deep in the field, back in 26th position in the Lucas Oil Products Chevrolet. Andy Belmont has one of our onboard cameras. He starts in the number 10 position here tonight. And Andy, of course, will be one of those drivers who should be making his way to the front pretty quickly. We'll also ride with young Jason Jarrett. Lines up 6th, won Speedway victory this year in ARCA. That was at Kansas, another mile-and-a-half racetrack, so he should go well here tonight. And, of course, the series champion. 2 years in a row, 10 wins on the season, starting 5th tonight in the 46, Frank Kimmel.
Yeah, also, we're going to have to watch the number 89 car starting 7th, Jason View. He's got to drop to the back, too, because...
Well, the HSI Softtech Ford comes in. Since Steele has to drop to the back of the pack, he certainly doesn't lose anything by coming down on pit road, so they can take a look, put some fuel in perhaps.
Yeah, smart move, because, you know, he's taking 2 parade laps. We're going to get green flag this time by. He's going to actually have 2 extra laps further that he can go on his fuel mileage than anybody else.
Race has been won without a pit stop.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, me and my son talked about this before we dropped the green. Is he going to pit or not? I don't think we know yet.
Yeah. 100 miles of racing, only 67 laps here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. One of the bigger purses of the year. More than $208,000 up for grabs here tonight, and some good race cars in the field.
Oh, yeah. You know, it seems like Charlotte is almost like Daytona. It brings out the stellar field, good cars, but you got one of the greatest crowds you got here watching a race on a Thursday night. Beautiful weather. Look at it, 70 degrees, track temperature's only 82. This is perfect stock car racing weather.
Clear skies, safety car about to dive in. Good crowd on hand here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. This has been pole night for the Winston Cup Series, and Kerry Earnhardt will set the pace.
Pace cars in.
Yeah, did you notice that full moon hanging over corner
yes.
number 4?
Full moon in Charlotte, always something to think about. Kimmel starting inside the second row with Steele moving to the back of the pack in that 46 car. You can expect Kimmel to be on the button early here tonight as the green flag goes in the air at Lowe's Motor Speedway, and we are underway here on Speed Vision.
Oh, what a move by Kerry Earnhardt to block the outside lane.
Yeah, he swung high right away. And we showed you in that starting lineup that the High Plains drifter Rick Corelli ran very well in qualifying. He was scheduled to start tonight, but he had wrecked that car in practice. In happy hour, they decided not to start.
Well, Jeff Falk also was involved in the same wreck in happy hour. Somebody had dropped some oil on the racetrack, and both Jeff Falk and Rick Corelli got involved in wreck. Rick's car, they were both wrecked beyond repair. Jeff Falk brought his backup car out. Rick Corelli decided just to withdraw from the race.
On board with Jason Jarrett, he's given up a position here in the early going, tucked in behind Andy Belmont, who's made a big move from 10th up to 6th as we ride with Belmont.
Yeah, you can see right now, everybody's really using their head tonight. You know, normally you're not so sure what's going to happen in Charlotte, but everybody's single file. They're falling in place. Good move on him. Oh, look at Frank Kimmel bottoming out. You see the car bounce up?
Yeah.
That's because when he goes into the corner, that exhaust system hit the racetrack, and it actually moves the car up a lane.
Now, does he have too soft a setup in there?
No, what's happened is we start the tires with low air pressure. You run them about 3 or 4 pounds under recommended because of the pressure buildup. I'm sure after a couple laps, the tires will build up, and you'll see the car won't bottom out. But Frank's been bottoming out. I saw him in happy hour last night still bottoming out. So I'm not so sure if he's got his car maybe a little too low.
Battle here for third. That's Blaze Alexander in the 75, battling with Chase Montgomery from Tennessee. Montgomery in the 6, young gun running third. Alexander unable to get by him so far. Jason Jarrett tucked in behind Andy Belmont a little further back.
Well, right now, you know, Blaze has got a lot of laps around this track running the ARCA races over the years, plus the Busch Series now. So he's got a lot of laps on this racetrack, so
sure
he should run pretty good tonight.
Got a glimpse a moment ago down the backstretch of the 15 car. James Hilton from Inman, South Carolina, in trouble early in that Ford. Hilton stepping into that car here this week. Took a provisional. He will be out of the race early, but deep in the field, here's Tim Steele trying to fly up through. He is 18th already after lining up back in, what, 36th, 37th spot.
Yeah, and there he goes for 17th. But we expected this. You know, when you got a fast car starting in the back, you're going to get through probably the first good half of the field relatively quick. You got to be safe. You got to be cautious and make sure you do it safely. But, you know, as he gets up to the front, it's going to be a little tougher because each car he passes now is a little faster than the one he just passed. So it's going to get a little harder and a little harder.
And the 8 car, Todd Antrukin from Ohio, slowing, going down the backstretch. The Benning Motorsports Chevrolet, one of Norm Benning's backup cars. The 38 car there that you see, that's the car Rick Finnis from Garfield, Minnesota. And Steele just swoops around him, no problem at all. Next in his gun sights, the 7 of Robbie Benton from Charlotte, the Mac Tools Ford.
Good thing Robbie Benton kind of moved up. Tim Steele stuck his nose down at the bottom, and I think Robbie was going to go back down there and happened to see he was there and gave him the spot.
Shelby Howard, the teenage sensation from Indiana, running a rookie season of only 5 ARCA starts, up to 20th. Good conservative run for him.
Well, you know, this is smart. You know, this kid's never seen the big speedways. You know, we've seen him on the short tracks. He's doing a good job, and this is what he's got to do. Yeah. He's got to get laps. You can't learn these racetracks unless you stay out there and race. And, you know, being fast and then getting caught up in a wreck is not what you want to do. He's using his head right now.
Blaze Alexander in the 75 car right behind Chase Montgomery as they haul down the backstretch here. This battle is for third spot, and Chase Montgomery really quick here in the early going bit.
Yeah, did you see the cars bouncing down the back straightaway though? That could
big wreck. Got trouble up in turn 2. 4 or 5 cars heavily involved. The 38 is one of those machines. Rick Finnis, one of the cars going around. A couple of cars up in the outside wall. We've got caution on the speedway. Ron Cox picks his way through the wreckage. Let's take a look. The Amerisweets car, one of those cars in trouble. The 89 machine, also with Jason View out of Charlotte. that blue unsponsored Taurus.
See, that's one of those problems when the fast car has to go through the field coming from the back.
Yeah.
He was he ended up being 7th fastest, but because of the engine change, he had to go to the back. We've been that route before. It happened to my son Billy the last time we were here.
Well, Gary Earnhardt is your leader. Kimmel trying to chase him down from second. We'll be back for the restart.
Choose road. Validating tires.
BF Goodrich tires with traction advantage.
Approved.
For control you can feel. BF Goodrich tires. Take control.
Get some help. Call Labor Ready at 1-800-24-LABOR or go to laborready.com. Labor Ready. We sweet.
With NASCAR on Speed Vision, you don't just get inside the car, you get inside their heads.
I think I can hold these guys off.
We'll see how it's going to be.
Relive all the week's action with the guys who saw it firsthand.
But we've all got to learn how to not wreck. Missed it by that much.
And check out the next generation of NASCAR stars.
We think we're pretty good.
Lock on to NASCAR on Speed Vision, and you won't get left behind.
It's easy to do.
Totally NASCAR, weeknights at 6:30 Eastern and NASCAR Victory Lane, Mondays at 7 on Speed Vision.
Welcome back on Speed Vision, the ARCA Remax Series at Lowe's Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina tonight. The Easy Care Service Contracts 100. First caution of the night. Bill Venturini, a wild action up between turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, car number 38, Rick Dennis, got sideways, getting into the corner, just gathered up about 3 or 4 more cars.
The 89 of Jason Few involved in that car. The 71 was involved there. And we've got a couple of onboard looks as well as we see Donnie Morlock and Few in the back end of the 71. The 71 is Kevin Gardner out of Inman, South Carolina. Few went high to try to get by him, just drilled the 71 there.
And then he gets hit again, right?
Yeah.
Number 48 hits him down on the bottom.
Donnie Morlock driving a repainted car, black livery on that car with the Amerosuites on the back fender and heavy contact. This is from the onboard view of Shelby Howard now. He drives into the smoke, doesn't know where he's going here.
Watch in the upper right-hand corner. Bam! He hits the number 38 of Rick Dennis.
Opportunity now to talk to ARCA champion Frank Kimmel on the radio. Frank, you've run several laps behind Kerry Earnhardt. Do you think you have anything for him tonight as this race unfolds?
Well, we hope so later on, but the Advanced Auto Parts Fork Ford's running really good. And, driver made a few mistakes there at the start of the race, drove off on the apron, kind of got us behind. So Kerry's running great, but we'll have to see if we can stay with him.
Now, the weather conditions couldn't be better here tonight, nice and comfortable. How's the track feel to you right now? Plenty of grip?
It's really good. I actually broke the rear tires loose a little bit through 3 and 4 one time, and which was kind of uncharacteristic for Charlotte, but it's this is a great racetrack, a lot of fun here, and I think we're going to be fine. They got a lot of stage right down here in 1 and 2, and we'll get that blowed off. We'll be okay.
Well, Frank Kimmel, congratulations on what's been a great season for you. 10 wins and 22 starts, maybe win number 11 tonight, your second consecutive ARCA Remax Series championship.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. But it all goes down to the crew and all the guys working on what we're trying to do here. And just had a great effort all year. And really proud of this race team. And we'll see what we got for these guys later today.
I bet you'll have something good for them. Frank Kimmel, he'll restart second here behind Kerry Earnhardt. So we get ready for that restart. Kimmel in that 46 car. Tried to make the Winston Cup field here on Sunday as well in a car that Larry Clement has fielded for him. Didn't have much success with that machine, though.
Well, let me tell you, you can't come here to try and run a Winston Cup race without a full 100% effort. And when you're split between 2 garages, it's really almost impossible to do it.
Well, Kimmel certainly trying to salvage something here this weekend. Up through the gears as the green flag reappears. It's Earnhardt. Kimmel, Chase Montgomery in the 6th car. He'd been running up in 3rd. He's fallen behind, Bill.
Yeah, he didn't get a good restart right there. He went from 3rd. Actually, he's down about 7th right now.
And Billy Venturini takes your car up to 3rd, but here comes Blaze Alexander.
And Blaze has got a strong car right there.
On board with Andy Belmont out of Pennsylvania, the America Online Ford sitting 5th. Belmont very patient here in the early going. Jason Jarrett next in line in 6th. And then Montgomery has faded back to 7th. Now Belmont takes a look to the inside.
And we mentioned this before in a few previous other shows on how good Andy Belmont's program is coming along this year. And it's even showing on the Speedway races right now. Andy Belmont's definitely got his program up to better than par right now. Oh, look at that. Blaze Alexander slides right underneath Frank Kimmel getting into the corner.
Alexander wasting no time putting that 75 car toward the front.
That's what you call a power move. Yeah. Sometimes that'll scare you as a race car driver because you don't think somebody can pass you that fast getting into a corner.
Kerry Earnhardt is your leader. Now Alexander is second. Kimmel third. Montgomery, the youngster from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, fading back to seventh, although he's back up to speed. Now that car that Blaze Alexander's in, is that one of Bob Shack's machines with a 75 on it?
No, that's Blaze Alexander's own car. That's his own team car. He's just running the number 75 for Bob Shack right now.
So Blaze is second, tracking down Kerry Earnhardt. They move by the 8 machine. Blaze swings right in behind Alexander. That 8 car, the car of Todd Antrican. That's one of Norm Benning's machines that Todd's using tonight.
Look at Blaze's car bottom out a little, getting into one. There's a bump right there. A lot of people don't realize it. Getting into one, just as you make the transition, there is a bump, and you're either going to bottom out there or you're going to bottom out in the middle of 3 and 4. But usually getting into one is the worst bump.
Blaze is able to keep that 75 car down on the white line. Kerry Earnhardt running about a lane higher. What's the quicker way around here?
Wherever your car will go the fastest. Sometimes on the bottom is good. Sometimes up high is good. You'll see sometimes these guys in 3 and 4, they may move real high in the corner. Yeah. There's a lot of bumps in 3 and 4, and if you don't have your car shocked right, the right shock combination, it makes the car too bumpy trying to run on the bottom, so you have to run up higher.
Well, the pole sitters for the car of Tim Steele now on the charge. He's up to 8th. He's got his sights set on Chase Montgomery, who rides 7th in the 6. And here's Steele to the bottom of the 16, right by Montgomery.
You know, I said when Tim Steele got up front to the faster cars, he was going to have a problem. But right now, he's up to 6th, and he's not showing that he's got a problem so far.
Closing in on Jason Jarrett's Biomet machine, the 67 car. Down the backstretch, the 2 leaders. Earnhardt and Alexander. There's Kimmel in 3rd. Billy Venturini, Andy Belmont, and here comes Steele. Grabs another spot away from Jason Jarrett. So Tim Steele is headed toward the front, but it's still Kerry Earnhardt leading at Charlotte.
Before you choose a security company, consider this. Only ADT protects your home and family with 3 solid guarantees. It's the ADT Fire Protection Package. If you move, we'll install a system in your new home free of charge. If you're not happy with your system, ADT will refund the installation cost and monitoring fees. We'll even save you up to 20% on your basic homeowner's insurance. It's the most comprehensive guarantee package around. And it's only offered by the nation's leader, ADT, the company with the most advanced home monitoring technology. Call now and get an ADT security system installed from $99. Plus the peace of mind of the ADT Fire Protection Package. Get the power of ADT. Why would you choose anything less?
If your hair is thinning, call 1-800-HAIR-CLUB now for this free booklet. The Hair Loss Resource Center, giving you the information you need to make an educated decision on hair loss. Whether you're just starting to thin or experiencing advanced hair loss, Hair Club has an option that's right for you. Hair Club, the answers you've been waiting for.
Drop in to Warren Miller Week on OLN. Starting Monday, November 12th, Warren Miller's Global Adventure free rides around the world in one action-packed week, making treks from Africa to Antarctica. Monday, November 12th through Friday the 16th at 7 p.m. on OLN Adventure TV.
Back at Lowe's Motor Speedway in Charlotte, North Carolina, here on Speed Vision, I'm Rick Benjamin, Bill Venturini alongside Don Radebaugh on pit road. Lead battle up front is intense. Meantime, all eyes are on Tim Steele in the red number 16. He is challenging Andy Belmont now for 4th here in the early going.
Well, you can see the slower cars running the bottom line have actually made this race a little difficult. Like Tim Steele was looking to go underneath Andy Belmont, had to back out of it. Right here, again, slower cars. Oh! Blaze Alexander almost hit the number 2 car of Kerry Earnhardt. You see that? Just had to back out of it. Look at this. Slower cars definitely playing a role right now.
Traffic is heavy tonight here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Earnhardt in the 2 is your leader. Alexander in the 75 is second, lapping by a couple of machines here. And Kerry Earnhardt just sprints away.
Yeah, that car that Blaze is going by, that's J.R. Robbs. He had to go to a backup car because he wrecked the car before qualifying.
This is a challenging racetrack, no doubt about it. And as always, when ARCA comes to Charlotte, there are a handful of drivers who've never been here before.
Did you see that? Did you see how close Frank Kimmel?
Oh, yeah. Oh. Now I know why he's got that small steering wheel on the car, so he can see better to the inside. The big wheel would take a little of his vision away. Just teasing, of course, but we've been wondering about Frank and that tiny Formula One style steering wheel all season long. He's up to third, and he's closing in on Alexander.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Alexander is actually slowing up or if Frank's actually catching the two front runners right now.
It does look that way. The Kimmel has started to have the track and the car come to him just a little bit down the backstretch. We'll see if he gains any ground here on Blaise Alexander. Meantime, here is Steele. Billy Venturini hanging on to fourth. Steele rides fifth. Now, Bill, that 25 car, your machine, the proud to be an American Chevrolet. What kind of sponsorship package is that?
Oh, nice move there. What did we do? Well, you know, everyone is wondering about how to help people in New York with the relief fund. What we did is we contacted a lot of our business associates and people we've done business with in the Concord area. Got, I think it was like 12 or 14 sponsors. We donated 50% of our sponsorship money to the local Red Cross.
Great move indeed. Riding with Jason Jarrett, putting plenty of heat on Andy Belmont for a spot now.
Look at that. Did you see that number 1 car wiggling as it's going down the back straightaway? If I was the guy behind him, I'd be, you know, Jason Jarrett, I'd be a little concerned right now. And look at this. Blaise Alexander is tucked right back up on the Kerry Earnhardt's bumper.
He is filling the two cars' mirrors. Alexander in the 75. Down the back straightaway. Here come the leaders. Tight formation. This is where they were a couple of laps ago before they encountered lap traffic. Kerry Earnhardt did a great job picking his way through those slower cars, I thought, before.
Yeah, he got through traffic really good, and Blaise got hung up. Now they're going to be coming up on some more lap cars, and we'll see what happens again.
Earnhardt in the deuce is your leader. He's been out front all the way, but Alexander has come to second spot early, and he's been riding there. Hasn't been able to get up alongside Kerry Earnhardt.
No, he looked to the inside and then realized he can't make the move because of the slower cars down on the bottom lane. So he's got to not only worry about trying to catch Kerry and pass him, you got to do it in the right time in the right place on the racetrack now.
Leaders lapping by Mike Buckley's 28 car. Mike from Ann Arbor, Michigan. He's had some good short track runs lately, but at the speedways, not quite up to the pace of the lead cars. And here's Alexander now, taking a look through the tri-oval. Gets up alongside Kerry Earnhardt. He'll go by.
Blaise goes by for the lead. I was going to say, man, does Blaise's car come off the corner off of number 4. Really good grip coming off of 4.
Now, the pace these two are running, do you think they can make it without stopping, or will they need to come in for tires?
That's the question that we ask ourselves every race here at Charlotte. If you run this fast, I think if we don't have another yellow, no, they may have to pit. You know, that first yellow wasn't really long enough. You can't run 67 laps of green flag racing here without running out of fuel. You need about between 10 to 15 laps of yellow, somewhere in that area, maybe 10, and you can do it. We haven't had that yet, you know, but if another yellow comes out, then you've got to make the choice. There'll probably be enough fuel to make the race, but do you pit or not? Who knows?
Well, nobody's headed to pit road so far among the contenders. It's Alexander and that black 75 car out in front. Kerry Earnhardt in that deuce right behind him in second spot. Earnhardt led the first couple of dozen laps here tonight.
You know, earlier in the race, you made a comment about how Blaise's car was running up just a little and Kerry's was... No, it was the opposite way. You said Blaise was sticking on the bottom and Kerry was running a little higher. Look at that now. You see now it's just the opposite. Kerry's car sticking on the bottom and Blaise's car is sliding up just a little. It totally depends on which way the car goes the fastest around the racetrack.
And you try different lines in the course of a race like this. Jason Jarrett, meantime, with Dad Dale and Grandpa Ned looking on here tonight. Down the back straightaway in 7th spot in the Biomet machine. I'm surprised that he has not been able to get up and get himself into contention.
All right, you definitely were just reading my mind, because that's what I was just thinking. I thought for sure he'd be able to run up in the top 3 or 4. Good run for Mark Gibson. Mark Gibson hasn't run a lot this year with the Williams Brothers lumber car. Running good right now in 9th.
Meantime, it's Blaise Alexander showing the way. We'll be back at Charlotte.
They have a story to tell, and they tell it in song.
And it's bad, Leroy Brown.
TV Music for You presents Once Upon a Song. 34 great hits performed by the world's best-loved musical storytellers.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you.
I learned the truth at 17, that love was meant for beauty queens.
And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the
Upon a Song brings you over 2 hours of classic story songs by the artists who made them famous.
Some gal would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue.
I heard my mom cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia. I knew a man, Bojangles, and he danced for you. Mama told me not to come.
The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind because he was way behind and he was willing to make a deal.
Today, Billy Joe McAllister jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain.
The day my mama socked it to the Harper Valley PTA.
We may as well go home, 'cause I did on my own.
Once Upon a Song on 2 cassettes or 2 CDs. This offer is not available in stores, so order now. Call this toll-free number now to order Once Upon a Song. 2 cassettes, $21.99. 2 CDs, $26.99, plus shipping and handling. Have your credit card ready and call now.
Come on in to Speed Vision's Dream Car Garage, where we take a project car, tear it down to bare metal, and rebuild a faster, more powerful vehicle of speed. That's Dream Car Garage every Wednesday night at 8:30 Eastern.
We're back at Lowe's Motor Speedway here on Speed Vision, the ARCA Remax Series, the Easy Care Service Contracts 100. And tonight, this is a show that's been dominated by a couple of black race cars. Blaze Alexander is out in front from Montoursville, Pennsylvania in that Pontiac. Kerry Alexander, the early leader in the 2-car, rides now in second spot.
Yeah, you see the first 2 cars are like running together. Then there's a little break. Then there's Frank Kimmel. Then you go back a little further, and then there's Tim Steele and Billy Venturini and Andy Belmont running.
Yeah.
They're like in their little group. And then you've got, then you got Jason Jarrett right behind him, and then Chase Montgomery and Mark Gibson. It's kind of weird, It's good that we've got racing all around the racetrack now, but they're in smaller groups.
Yeah, the cars are pretty well sorted out. There's pretty much a long line of traffic. There's Belmont in the 1 car trying to stay in front of Jason Jarrett's 67. They've been running pretty much in that formation all night long. And they've given up a lot of track position now to the leaders as we climb on board with Belmont. Heading down the backstretch here at Charlotte.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx this race, but this has been a pretty clean race.
Yeah, sure has.
A lot of times you come to Charlotte, especially with a full moon, like we say, and things get a little crazy here, but right now everything's pretty cool right now. Tim Steele running in 4th right now.
Steele had come on fire from the back of the field after having to drop back there with the engine change. He qualified quickest by a lot here this weekend. He's gotten from, 37th up to 4th spot, but he really hasn't been able to make a whole lot more progress as he comes up on Ron Cox, who's running 12th to put Cox a lap down. Shelby Howard is next in line in that Lucas Oil Chevrolet. Talked to Shelby earlier in the day, met him really for the first time since he came to the ARCA Tour, met his mom and dad. They've got great equipment, obviously a wonderful race shop. 16 years old, and he's got Andy Hillenberg working with him this week.
Oh, so now I didn't even know that.
Hillenberg and Ken Schrader had stopped by to offer some coaching, and Hillenberg actually on the radio helping spot for Shelby Howard.
At the beginning of the broadcast, I think it was Jason Jarrett made a comment about Ken Schrader coming to the drivers' meeting and making a comment. I was at that drivers' meeting. Ken Schrader, I love this guy. What he said at the drivers' meeting made so much sense. Like he told these guys, there's a lot of rookies here. There's Shelby Howard is one. A good example is that you don't have to go out there and set the world on fire. What you got to do is just don't make a stupid mistake. Don't make an owner, once a couple owner look and you say, man, that kid may have talent, but boy, did he wreck a race car. And that's something you have to teach these young drivers is you don't have to set the world on fire. Just don't make any dumb or stupid mistakes. Keep the car in one piece, bring it home, and you've actually done a good job.
That'll look there at Mark Gibson, one of the few drivers making moves toward the front. He got by one machine to move to 7th. There's Blaze Alexander closing in on the 43 and the 5 car. The 5 is Robbie Coward out of Savannah, Georgia. That 43, that Pontiac, that's Scott Kuhn from Thomasville, North Carolina. He's got Kyle Petty's Victory Junction on the nose of that car, and I suspect that might be a former Petty Enterprises machine.
Well, he's a Petty Enterprises employee. He works there during the week, so Petty Enterprises has a lot to do with this car. And right now, he's fighting for his life to stay in front of Blaze Alexander right now.
Lower lap down to Blaze, who is the leader. There's Kerry Earnhardt in the 2 car running in 2nd spot. Frank Kimmel in the 46 is 3rd, about 8 or 9 car lengths between each of those machines. Alexander trying to left by Kuhn. Oh, and he sends Kuhn for a ride. The 43 car spins out of 2, touches the wall, roof flaps come up. There's body damage on that machine, so Scott Kuhn will have to come to pit road. Didn't look like he made hard contact with the wall, but he definitely rearranged the front sheet metal on the 43.
Yeah, I know when we look at the replay, I don't know if we're going to be able to see if he touched him or not, but I couldn't tell because that's a part of the racetrack, like I said, when you take the air off the spoiler, the car really gets loose. We'll be able to look right here.
Here we are coming out of 2. Alexander in the black car. A little bit of contact there.
I think Scott was just already breaking loose, and what happens was the car lost a little momentum as it broke loose, and that's why Blaze touched him. It was a combination of both, I think.
Yeah. So contact sends the 43 car around and into the wall, and he will come to pit road. Here's another look. The original angle. It just had that look about it that perhaps the 75 had just caused the 43 to lose traction in it. That's one of those places it happens at Charlotte.
Yeah, and, you know, hey, it's a racing accident, but, you know, Mr. Kuhn was trying to stay on the lead lap and not go down, and that's what happens. And the leaders are pitting.
So the question mark about whether anyone would try to go all the way is being answered. Top 3 cars are on pit road. Let's take a look at what happens. Alexander's crew over the wall. They'll do right side tires. Put some fuel in that machine. And then they'll go around and add left side. So a 4-tire stop for Alexander in the 75 car. Same thing for the DEI crew. Steve Parks, Winston Cup team, pitting the 2 car tonight. The Jackman from Michael Waltrip's crew and the fueler from Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s Budweiser team. And look who's down and away first. It's Blaze Alexander's bunch. They get the 75 out ahead of Kerry Earnhardt.
Blaze was out first. Billy's car, Venturini's, was the second one off, and then Kerry Earnhardt's was the third one off, Jack. And then here comes Kimmel.
So Billy Venturini will be 3rd in the line, and then here comes Tim Steele, who pitted toward the front.
Yeah, but you got to remember that, you know, the number 1 of Andy Belmont and the 19 car stayed out, so they're going to be in front of these guys.
Johnny Sauter driving the Target Saws car tonight. Very fine young race driver from the Sauter family from Wisconsin. We'll be back.
You need to learn how to operate a computer? Hi, I'm John Scherer, CEO and founder of Video Professor. You know, our product is quick and it's easy to learn with, and you can try it for free. You know, over the years, millions of people have learned how to operate their computer using our product. We get happy letters every day from people thanking us. But the most rewarding thing for me is having people stop me on the street and telling me how easy it was to learn with our product. If you just want to learn how to run a computer once and for all, save yourself a lot of time and energy, try our product. Let me show you how simple this is. You put this CD in your CD tray. The lesson plays right on your computer. It works just like a VCR. Just follow the step-by-step instruction. I'm so confident this product will work for you, I'm going to send it to you free. The reason I'm going to do this is because I know once you try our product, you'll come back to us for all your computer learning needs.
Call 1-800-723-8014.
She's not your daughter, but if you give her a ride home after school, she might as well be. Carpooling on the wings of Goodyear.
Hey, I'm Tim Allen, and you're watching Speed Vision.
Coming up on 20 laps to go here at Lowe's Motor Speedway, the ARCA Remax Series, and Scott Kuhn's night apparently will be over, at least for now. He heads behind the wall in the 43, and Bill, I'm surprised the car didn't look that heavily damaged. They're going to pull the hood and take a look, I guess.
Well, you know, he's not running for the points. He's here to get experience, and if the car's not right, you just have a chance to end up hurting yourself or someone else later on. So bring it behind the wall, look at it, make sure everything's right before you worry about getting it back out. Now, some of these guys have pitted and some didn't. You know, you got Andy Belmont leading it and Sauter running second, and then you got the cars that pitted. I don't know if these first 2 guys are going to be sitting ducks or not. You know, they're going to gamble. They're saying, all right, we're going to go the whole race without a pit stop. And, you know, if anyone pitted, I think this was the perfect opportunity. Put on 4 tires. I don't know. I don't know who made the right call, the guys that pitted or the guys that stay out. We're going to find out real soon, though.
Getting ready to restart here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Ron Cox, last car on the lead lap in the 23. He is up high there. That's the greenish machine with the red trim and the blue on the car. Right in front of Belmont. Keep your eye on Johnny Sauter in that 19 car. Won 10 races in ASA this year. 10 of 20 in his rookie season to win the championship and Rookie of the Year honors. First time that's ever been done.
Yeah, and they had motor problems in practice even before qualifying. The Richard Childress team had to change the motor. So they're in their second motor for the weekend.
Johnny signed to drive a Busch car for Richard Childress Racing next year, and they've assisted Kevin Counselor's team and put Sauter in that car this weekend. Green flag. Coming up about 20 laps to go.
Whoa, Kimmel got into the left rear of Billy Venturini, moving him up a lane into the corner.
And all of this allows Andy Belmont to build a good lead down the backstretch. Look at this. Here comes the two of Kerry Earnhardt down low, lapping by Ron Cox, and getting around Blaze Alexander. So Earnhardt back to second, Alexander third. Cox now a lap down. Johnny Sauter trying to hang on to second of the 19 car. And here comes Kerry Earnhardt swinging inside the 19. No problem at all for Kerry Earnhardt.
Well, I think the Sauter car and Andy Belmont car number 1, this was their best chance to finish up in the top 5. They weren't running up in the top 5 all day long. They decided to go for track position. Oh, Tim Steele slides underneath Billy Venturini, getting into the corner.
Steele up to 6th now, dropping the 25 car back to 7th. Chase Montgomery back there. Mark Gibson behind now, and here's Earnhardt swinging to the high side around Andy Belmont down into the corner to pick up another position. So Earnhardt should be back to the lead in the 2 car. Belmont just not quick enough to stay with it.
Nice move by Kerry to go around on the outside. Now look, Blaze looking on inside of Andy Belmont.
The Pontiac of Blaze Alexander down into 3. He moves back to second spot, driving right by Andy Belmont as they head to the corner. Belmont's America Online Ford just not a match for either of those 2 lead cars. Johnny Sauter is 4th, and Kimmel with Tim Steele right behind him to see if they can do anything with Johnny Sauter here in the waning laps.
Yeah, I see coming off of turn 4, Billy Venturini hit the outside wall with the right rear.
Did he?
Yeah, I don't know if he's got problems or not. He's actually starting to slip back, and then he bounced off the wall.
There he is, that deeper blue machine now behind Steele. Steele and Kimmel trying to hook up and head to the front here late in the going. These probably the 2 dominant teams in ARCA this year, although Steele has not run all the races in the 16 car. He's got a couple of victories, including a short track win at Berlin up in Michigan a short time ago. And Kimmel now inside the 19 car of Johnny Sauter.
Well, look at that. Had to go inside to go around Sauter and outside to go around a slower car.
That is one of the challenges of racing in ARCA. You've got a huge speed differential between the top 10 or 12 cars up front and then some of the cars that are a couple of laps down deep in the pack. Venturini still ahead of Jason Jarrett and Chase Montgomery battling back there 7th, 8th, and 9th. Mark Gibson back in the mix there as well. Gibson at the tail end of this pack of cars. It's headed for the moment by Kimmel, who has gotten by the 19.
Yeah, it looks like this group of cars right here are kind of equal. No one seems to be pulling away. The front 2 cars are kind of set sailing, but from Kimmel on back, everyone looks pretty well equal. As a matter of fact, they're all closing up on Frank Kimmel right now.
Kimmel is 3rd, Sauter is 4th, Steele is 5th, Venturini would be 6th then. Make that Andy Belmont in 3rd, and then Kimmel in 4th. Steele trying to find his way around Johnny Sauter. The 2 leaders, Kerry Earnhardt and Blaze Alexander. And you're on board with Jason Jarrett, closing in on Billy Venturini's 25 car.
I like this. This is fun watching in-car cameras. This is my favorite shot anyhow. So
now the battle up front is a tight one here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Just a handful of laps left in the Easy Care 100. We'll be back.
What do international cyclists think about the new Norelco Advantage Razor?
In Germany we are using blades. They are much more better.
Ma che è questo coso? Ma pronto?
We heard a lot of talk, even from the guy we understood.
I'm really more of a blade guy.
Sure, they had their doubts until they discovered this highly technical wet shave innovation.
What is this? Goo? Yeah, goo. Goo.
This lotion set up an unbelievably close wet shave, even in the shower.
That is good.
After a few weeks of no nicks and cuts from blades, the scenery improved.
Wow.
Camaraderie increased.
Hey, nice race. Ciao, gambera donna.
And their faces became smooth. They, however, did not. The new Norelco Advantage, the only electric razor with built-in shaving lotion.
What is the sense of an avalanche? Smell this.
Avalanche, a refreshing new scent from Speed Stick. Cool. Inspired by the power of nature. Protection that smells good.
Brace yourself for a rally ride where you'll be spun out, rolled over, strapped up, and covered in dirt. Join Speed Vision for the greatest world rally events from around the globe. Catch the Rally of Australia coming November 19th on Speed Vision.
We are back at Lowe's Motor Speedway. I'm Rick Benjamin, Bill Venturini alongside Don Radebaugh on pit road. Frank Kimmel trying to move by Andy Belmont for position. This would be for third, and Kimmel sweeps around him. Kicks Belmont back to fourth. Johnny Sauter in the 19, and Tim Steele battling for fifth. Steele may have the advantage down low. Look at that. Boy, they're tight down there. Billy Venturini back up to speed build right in behind Steele.
Yeah, it looks like it takes a few laps for air pressure to build up on that car. I got to learn how to get that car to be quicker on the restarts.
Here comes Jason Jarrett now starting to rumble late in the going here. Jarrett to the inside of that purple and yellow Pontiac, and he's got Chase Montgomery drafting with him. Venturini tries to stick the 25 car down at the bottom to move up on Steele. Steele says, I'm going high, and they rub. He and Belmont touch. And Venturini with a good move to the inside.
I was a little impressed with that. Nice move. Slid by both of them on the inside.
Very nice move by Billy Venturini to grab a couple of spots away. So now he is in front of Steele. Belmont backpedaling. Mark Gibson back there with Johnny Sauter and white machine in the mix.
Yeah, that's Richard Mitchell in a 54 car. You know, earlier I wasn't sure if the right decision was tires or track position. Definitely 4 tires was the answer for this race.
Yeah, Johnny Sauter and Andy Belmont decided to not pit there with about 20 laps to go. They stayed on the racetrack, and their car's not nearly as quick now as the leaders. And it's still Kerry Earnhardt in the deuce. The 75 of Blaze Alexander right behind him in second. I don't think Blaze Alexander has got it. At least he hasn't shown that he's got consistent speed to run with Earnhardt.
Yeah, well, you know, he runs with him, he passes him, and then when Kerry takes the lead, he kind of pulls away from him. I don't know if they're playing a cat and mouse game here or not, or if actually lap traffic's played a big part in it. But it looks to me like right now, actually, Blaze is closing up on Kerry Earnhardt right now.
Blaze Alexander, the former ARCA Rookie of the Year, has a win this season, as does Kerry Earnhardt. Alexander, a former runner, of course, in the NASCAR Busch Series, lost that ride at the end of last season, trying to work his way back up the racing ladder here tonight.
So you got Kimmel running third, Billy Venturini running fourth, and Tim Steele running fifth. But, you know, there was that big gap between Billy Venturini and Steele and Kimmel, and these guys are closing up on Frank Kimmel right now. So it's like you got the first 2 cars battling for the lead, then Frank's kind of by himself, and then the rest of the field's starting to close up on Frank Kimmel.
Speaking of closing up, Blaze Alexander closing right in on the back deck lid of Kerry Earnhardt down the backstretch. And as you said, Bill, Blaze able to catch Earnhardt on several different times tonight. He's been able to move that car, the 75, up on the back deck lid of the deuce.
Yeah, but I've noticed this when they're going into lap traffic. And we've seen it earlier. I think Blaze is getting through lap traffic just a little better than Kerry. Kerry may be being a little more cautious because he's leading right now and he can afford to be. Well, Blaze has got to be the aggressor right now.
Both these drivers need to win and want to win badly here tonight at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Lap traffic is ahead. Earnhardt is first in line in the 2 car. Alexander is next in the 75, running 1-2 in the waning stages of the Easy Care 100 here. Moved by the 45 machine. That's the car being driven tonight by J.R. Robbs out of Gaffney, South Carolina. That Pontiac, his second car of the week here after wrecking one earlier on.
And I say, look at Blaze will catch him in lap traffic, and this time Kerry Earnhardt pulls away from him. Put some distance between them.
Well, there was one sequence earlier tonight where it was Kerry Earnhardt who was much quicker through lap traffic than Blaze. So I think both these young drivers have really shown a lot here tonight and shown some patience when they needed to have.
And I think their cars must be pretty equal because it just depends on, I think, on how the temperature is on their tires. And I can't tell you which one's quicker because at one point they're both faster than each other.
Moving by lap cars through the tri-oval now. The 2 leaders there, and here's the distance back to Frank Kimmel, who's running third. Shelby Howard there in the white car, not on the lead lap. Amazing thing, really, when you think about it. Kimmel has been so good everywhere we've gone this year. And to have him come here to Lowe's Motor Speedway and just not be on pace with the leaders is really surprising.
Well, I'm clocking these guys, and they are running some unbelievably fast laps. You know, they're running in the mid-30s right now, which is a race. I mean, that's like qualifying pace, and they're racing right now. And that's Kimmel, and the 5th and 6th place cars are running the same times.
Well, Shelby Howard's learning a lot here tonight, although he's not running up in the lead group. It's Earnhardt leading Alexander close to the finish at Charlotte.
You can create your own beautiful backyard oasis, complete with a sparkling water feature, soothing waterfall, and impressive boulders. What better way to enhance the beauty of your garden as well as the value of your home? Imagine a synthetic boulder water feature with the look and feel of real rock. You'd have to pay a specialty contractor over $7,000 to create this beautiful oasis. But now you can do it yourself for under $700. And you'll find everything you need at any major home improvement center.
We did it ourselves.
Pro Rock made it easy and affordable.
Order the Pro Rock Water Feature Video and Tech Manual today. Over 2 hours of comprehensive and easy-to-follow instructions guiding you step-by-step in creating a high-quality permanent water feature complete with synthetic boulders. The School of Synthetic Rock Construction, America's #1 trainer of contractors in the industry, will train you to create these amazingly strong yet realistic boulders and a beautiful waterfall pond through this special video offer. Call today and create your own beautiful backyard oasis. Just one easy payment of $49 will save you thousands. Call now.
The nation called, and the Farrelly brothers answered with the funniest comedy of the year.
Daddy like.
Shallow Hal.
What in the...
Rated PG-13, now playing only in theaters.
Now hear this. Need to know what to watch on Speedvision? Log on to speedvision.com. Find the latest daily, weekly, and monthly program schedules from the world of speed. Get the inside line anytime. Log on to speedvision.com.
Welcome back to Lowe's Motor Speedway here on Speed Vision. With Bill Venturini, I'm Rick Benjamin, riding with Frank Kimmel, the series champion again this year. In that Advanced Auto Parts machine, Kimmel's just had a storybook year, 10 wins in 22 starts, but I don't think he's going to get win number 11 tonight here, Bill.
Well, he's got a lot of ground to make up, and you can see right now, Billy Venturini's closing on him fast.
Venturini in the 25 car, running fourth. Good run for this team out of Concord, North Carolina. And a little bit further back, the battling Chase Montgomery has closed right in on the back deck lid of Tim Steele for fifth now. Best race on the racetrack, this one. Montgomery from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, a youngster, has not run the full season. Neither has Steele.
No, but wherever this Chase Montgomery kid shows up, he's been quick.
Yeah, the car's been fast. Yeah, no doubt about that. Battling for position now. Steele takes an opportunity to extend the advantage, moving by Todd Boucher's 21 car. There's Venturini in the blue 25. Steele, Montgomery, and Jason Jarrett next in line in the 67 car.
And you see right now, everybody's kind of just spacing it out right now. Tim's starting to pull away from Chase Montgomery, and Chase is pulling away from Jason Jarrett right now.
Jason in seventh, and you know this has to be a disappointing night for him. I'm sure that Jason here, pretty much his home racetrack. The Jarrett family from up in Hickory, North Carolina, not far away. Jason wanting to score well here tonight. Meantime, let's check back in up in front. Kerry Earnhardt continues to dominate in that deuce. Blaze Alexander in the 75, right behind him in second spot.
Well, you made a comment that, I think every driver wants to run good at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And like I said, this is like the nighttime Daytona for the ARCA guys. You're in front of all of the Winston Cup people. Everybody in Winston Cup that's anybody is here watching this race. And at night, it just seems to be so much more exciting.
Less than 5 laps to go. Here comes Blaze Alexander. Lap traffic coming into play. Alexander to the inside of Earnhardt. He may get by him here. Let's see. Oh, there's contact, and Alexander hard into the wall. Hard hit.
Upside down.
Earnhardt slides down the racetrack. Sparks flying. Blaze Alexander's machine nosing into the concrete on the outside of the tri-oval here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. And Kerry Earnhardt needs to bail out of that Chevrolet quickly. That DEI car upside down, little fuel flame, it looks like, licking at the car. Blaze Alexander's car, meantime, has come to a stop on the infield asphalt here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Kerry Earnhardt out of the car, runs away to the cheers of the crowd. He'll sit on the wall and gather his thoughts, catch his breath, pull his gloves off. Glad to see him out of that race car okay.
He got out of that race car quick. I can give him credit. If that was me hanging upside down, I wouldn't know what to do.
Fire crew's there to put a fire bottle on that deuce. You can see the front tire still spinning.
Look at the fuel running out the back of the car right now.
Now, they had just fueled these cars about 20 laps ago, so there's still a decent fuel load in that car. Meantime, Blaze Alexander's machine, an ambulance is there to attend to Blaze. He has not made a move to get out of that car yet. The front of that car heavily damaged here at Lowe's Motor Speedway.
There is debris all along the whole front straightaway, from coming off of turn 4 all the way going into turn 1.
Battling for the lead with just a couple of laps to go. You're on board with Frank Kimmel now, who's at the head of the pack. The safety car picks up Kimmel. Let's listen in.
Gonna go red, Franco. They're gonna make the race for it, so just get up there and head the car downhill so it'll start.
So the indication being given by the ARCA officials that they will put this one under a red flag condition with just a couple of laps to go. And this one may not go all the way to conclusion. So we will bring the field to a halt, and we'll be right back at Lowe's Motor Speedway.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
There's a joyous feeling in the air when Anne Murray sings a Christmas song.
The first Noel,
Now, TV Music for You presents What a Wonderful Christmas, a very special holiday album from Anne Murray.
joy to the world, the Lord is come. Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. Away in a manger, no crib for a bed. Star of wonder, star.
You'll cherish Anne's classic renditions of 33 holiday favorites on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Silent night, holy night. Hark now, hear the angels sing, a king was born today. I'll be home for Christmas. Oh, come all ye faithful.
Make this beautiful Anne Murray collection a part of your holiday tradition on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes from TV Music for You. Call toll-free to order Anne Murray Christmas. 2 CDs $19.99, 2 cassettes $17.99 plus shipping. No CODs, so have your credit card ready and call now.
In motorcycle racing, there is a zone, a state of being, where man and machine become one, inseparable and unbeatable. Those who find it are no longer mere riders. They are two-wheeled gods. But those who lose it can be in for a rude awakening. Experience the zone of motorcycle racing. Motorcycle road racing on Speed Vision all season long.
Our coverage of the ARCA Remax Series is being brought to you by Remax. In the race to sell homes, our track record is second to none. Remax, outstanding agents, outstanding results. And by Cornwell Quality Tools. Professional mechanics worldwide choose Cornwell, the official tools of ARCA. Well, the red flag is in the air here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. 4 laps from the conclusion of the Easy Care Service Contracts 100 tonight here on Speed Vision. And the indication from ARCA officials is they're going to call this race complete due to the severe wreck here on lap 63. Blaze Alexander, Kerry Earnhardt tangling as they were going for the lead. Alexander had gotten out in front. There was a little bit of contact between the rear end of the 75 car and the front end of the 2 car. Alexander went hard into the outside wall. Earnhardt went upside down. Earnhardt is okay. They're still attending to Blaze Alexander. Next year marks the 50th anniversary of ARCA. The series started in 1953, and ARCA is making an effort to properly honor and recognize all of its drivers, past and present, celebrating the 50th anniversary next year. If you're a former ARCA competitor, please contact Bob Costanza or ARCA at 734-847-6726 or on the web at arcaracing.com. There is a whole year of celebration being planned for the 50th anniversary of ARCA.
Does that mean I'm going to be part of this?
We know where you are. We found you.
Yeah, I'm not too hard to find.
Well, let's check the final results now at Charlotte. Kerry Earnhardt gets credit for the win ahead of Blaze Alexander, Kimmel, Venturini, and Steele the rest of the first 5.
Chase Montgomery, good run for the young guy, finishing 6th. Jason Zarrett ends up 7th.
Andy Belmont ahead of Ron Cox, Sedleski 13th, and Benton and Mike Buckley getting credit for 15th here.
J.R. Robbs ends up 19th. Chuck Weber ended up 18th. Not a bad run for him.
Shelby Howard, who had one of our onboard cameras, he had problems in that early wreck, gets credit for 21st ahead of Todd Bauscher, Craig Sarf, Robbie Coward, and Brad Smith. Jeff Falk had a tough weekend, finishes 26th, and here's the rest of the field. Rick Corelli never took the green flag tonight, nor did Kevin Belmont. Unfortunately, we have sad news to share with you tonight, though, from Lowe's Motor Speedway. Blaze Alexander never got out of that car under his own power, as we showed you, and now track officials are informing us that Alexander has suffered fatal injuries in that wreck just a few moments ago here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Blaze Alexander was only 25 years old. He was a bright young man, a former ARCA Rookie of the Year. He'd scored a victory in the series this season. He had some success in the NASCAR Busch Series, decided to come back to ARCA REMAX competition this year in an effort to rebuild his career. All who knew Blaze Alexander thought he was just a wonderful young man, had a great personality, a lot of talent behind the wheel of a race car. He will be much missed. From Montoursville, Pennsylvania, our condolences to the family and friends of Blaze Alexander.